The Gundam GP03 was an impressive weapon, combining the immense firepower of a mobile armor with the propulsion power of a battleship. However, it had one major drawback: the manufacturing and maintenance costs were enormous. This massive cost is often cited as the reason why a successor to the GP03 was never produced. The fact that the Gundam development project was erased from the Federation's official records is another reason. But that is not the only factor. Operational issues were also a cause. The GP03 was such a large weapon that it could not be stored in the warship's hangar. As a result, it had to be secured to the mothership with wires while resupplying and carrying out maintenance. In peacetime, this would simply increase the maintenance crew's workload, but during operations it could become a fatal weakness. Of course, there is always the possibility of enemy units launching an attack. Under normal circumstances, mobile suit and fighter craft pilots are expected to rest during maintenance and resupply. This is because a fatigued pilot cannot demonstrate sufficient combat capability. However, the GP03 remains exposed outside the mothership, even during resupply, meaning it must always be combat ready. Consequently, the pilot must remain on standby inside the cockpit. To address this issue, measures were taken such as equipping the cockpit with combat stimulants. Nevertheless, this was not enough to solve the problem entirely. The burden placed on the pilot was immense. This was also one of the reasons why a successor to the GP03 was never developed.